Hey, so it's Travis Kerr Family Flip Show. Just down here in our eBay cave with Milo, and he's super pumped as always. And then we just packed our orders that are about to go out tomorrow. I think collectively between Camden and I and Ellie, we have, I believe, around 13 items going out tomorrow. So, nonetheless, today's episode is going to be really a montage of just some quick trips and visits to thrift stores, maybe a couple yard sales that I really put together that didn't necessarily produce a lot of footage. So if you've never seen this channel before, we're a family of resellers and we buy things from yard sales, thrift stores, and anywhere that we can buy something low and sell it for a profit on eBay. This channel is designed for people who maybe want to do this for themselves to make some outside income and possibly become financially independent, or people who just want to see me make a fool of myself here and there as well. It's always good for that. But anyway, I designed these videos to try to be fast-paced for those with a short attention span like myself. And so anyway, if you like this type of content, be certainly blessed if you would like and subscribe. But anyway, on to the show. Hope you enjoy and look forward to talking to you soon. Hey, so this is Travis, and I've got Ellie out today, and so together we are Travel. What? Just kidding, we're not Travel. We won't do that to you guys. But anyway, we just went to our first community yard sale. There was only 3 yard sales in the entire neighborhood, so it was one of those. Last week when I went to a yard sale, they had like 50, 60, 70, so we're gonna try to hit another one that's like 30 minutes away, so we're kind of having to pivot, but we'll see how we do. I actually bought 2 things that I'll show you later, and one thing that's just gonna hurt me for the rest of the day is that a guy right in front of me bought a $200, maybe $200 Harry Potter Lego set for $10, just right in front of me. So I'm gonna have to try to shake that off and see how we can do for the rest of the day here. So anyway, we'll be in touch. So here's the items that we purchased yard selling, and certainly not the hauls that we've had over the past couple weekends, but I think collectively between Camden and I, we did pretty well. So the first thing that I bought is I bought all 5 pair of these shoes this weekend for $35, and I think these are going to end up being really good. These are Air Maxes. These are Air Huaraches. These are another Air Max with interesting colorway. Again, not my style, but they do well on eBay, and they just need to be cleaned a little bit. And then there's these Kobe's, which are really almost like mint condition. And then these LeBron James, which are also pretty much ready to list. So I was really happy about those 5 pair of shoes for $35. Also got this tracer. We've sold these before and they sell pretty well, but not for massive amounts of money, but they just have a pretty decent sell through. Got this for $5. And then I scanned this book and I ended up buying it for 50 cents. It's not like a huge seller, but it had a decent sell through. And I believe this is a textbook. I got this kid set of golf clubs right here, and I think I allotted it together with something else for like $20 total. After yard selling, Ellie and I stopped at a couple Goodwills. I grabbed this Panasonic little boombox deal here. I haven't tested it out, but it was $3.99. It had like 1 or 2 listings and 2 sales for like 40 to 50 bucks. So I'm going to test it out, see if it works. I was definitely willing to take the shot for $3.99. Also grabbed this tennis racket. What caught me originally is one that's $3.99. So a little bit easier to take the risk on something like that. But it also looks like it had been restrung at one point. So that's a pretty good sign when somebody restrings their racket that they maybe have a pretty decent racket. And so I did do some comps on this Wilson, and it turns out that it is actually a pretty decent racket, and I'll try to throw some comps on the screen. And then lastly, actually not lastly, but also picked up these King Cobra. I believe these are ladies graphite set of golf clubs, and I think this is maybe like 3 through pitch and wedge. So anytime you can find a set, these irons are there are $2 a piece. So got those for 16 bucks. And then lastly, you know that there's no way that we're going to make it through a weekend without buying some kind of vacuum cleaner thing. So these are both Kenmore 116s. Oddly enough, they have the exact same model number, even though one is way newer than the other. But Kenmores, they just part out so well. So worst case, if these don't work, you will certainly get your money back with these hoses and the power nozzles and things of that nature. So anytime we see these Kenmores reasonably priced, and I paid $15 for each of those, so I think we'll do pretty well with those. So my buddy who's a real estate agent has just made me aware of a client of his that is selling their house, and they're going to be selling some things from that house. And I guess the main sale starts this weekend, but the house is open today for people to come look at some things. So I'm going to go see how we do. So kind of an early look at a estate sale. So let's check it out, and I'll let you know how we do. So I went to that Friday sale that my real estate agent friend invited me to, and I ended up getting this big lot of hubcaps, as well as a couple other items that I lotted together, and I ended up buying all of these for $60. I'm gonna definitely have to get these cleaned up, but pretty happy about this purchase. There's some of these that are a little dented. I don't know, maybe somebody who restores these. I'm not gonna personally take the time to do that, but there are some that are just simply dirty, but they're in pretty good shape. So there's 4 of these Dodge hubcaps. There's 4 more right here. All of those are pretty decent, except maybe the bottom one. And then there's some other like older ones. There's a PMD, which I believe may be Pontiac. I'm certainly not a car expert, so any of you car guys or gals, you certainly feel free to just chime in. Here's a Nash. Here's a Packard. I'm not 100% sure what that is. I will do some research on it. I'm sure it's pretty obvious to some of you guys who buy these more often. Same with this one. I believe this one may be a Mercury. I'm not 100% sure what that is. That could maybe be something in the Chevy or Ford family. There's a Chevy. There's a DeSoto. I believe this is a Buick Rivera maybe. And then I'm not 100% sure what these are, but I'll definitely have to do some research on these and see what kind of value they may have. Also picked up these license plates, which I thought were pretty cool. I just slotted them in. So you've got the wild and wonderful West Virginia, and these are dated in the the West Virginia is dated in 1970. These 2 Illinois tags are dated for 1972. And then the other 2 things that I got at that sale was this Big Mouth Billy Bass. I don't think this thing's ever been opened, which is pretty cool. These actually sell pretty well. So happy to toss that in. And then also got this little kitty smoke alarm, which, you know, is probably like a $20, $15 to $20 deal, but certainly happy with that Friday haul for 60 bucks. It's Friday fun day. So Lainey and I, guest of honor today, we're gonna go in, and this is our Value Village, that thrift store. We haven't had a lot of luck here as of late, but we have had some really good finds in this space. So we're gonna go in and see what we can find and show you what we've got. So we're back out of Value Village, and I bought a couple things that I'm gonna have Lainey show you here. So this first thing is this sealed Wings of Fire by 2ET Sutherland. I have no idea if you spelled that right, and I don't know what that series is all about, but it's completely sealed and it's sold pretty well, maybe for around $30. And then I paid $4.90 for it, so pretty good find. The next thing is this Panasonic phone set, and believe it or not, people still buy these, and we've even sold these used, but I found this and I opened it up, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to list it as new open box, because it's clearly been opened, but it looks like everything in there is sealed. I found 2 listings. One was for, I think they were both well over $100. Like one was $130, one was maybe $175, and then 2 sales somewhere in that same range. I think over $100 a piece. So I went to the counter because it did not have a price on it, and of course when you take it up there, she's just like sitting there mulling it over, and I'm thinking she's gonna say some crazy price. She was like, how about $4.14? And I'm like, okay, we'll do that. So $4.14, and I think we'll be able to turn this over for probably $100. I'll have to do some more research on it, but two really good finds for just a Friday out having fun with my youngest. So this is a rarity in our area, is Friday yard sales. And so I'm heading to a Friday yard sale that just happened to start really early in the morning, so I can work before I go to work. But no, this is play to me. But so I'm gonna check it out. It's fairly close to our house, and see how we do on this Friday. I wish we had more of these around here that were close by that started early, but nonetheless, you know, we play with the cards that were dealt, and so we'll see how we do. So this is what I found at the Friday yard sale. Really not much. I did find this fiber optic Santa train. I'm thinking this thing may sell for like 70, 80 bucks. I'll have to do some more research on that just to find out. And then these, he was asking 5 a piece, but I ended up getting them for 5 total between the two. So $10 at that yard sale. I don't think these are all that great after I looked them up. So I'll do some research on that. But so better than nothing on a Friday, but obviously like to have done better from a units perspective if you make the drive. But nice little shot there. So these next items are items that we picked up on Friday at thrift stores and a church sale. I believe Camden picked up this Canon Sure Shot Zoom XL for $3 at a church sale that was on Friday. So he stopped in there real fast. Not a lot going on there, but again, this won't be the most extravagant sale, but it'll be pretty decent, and I'll try to get some comps on the screen. He also found this TP-Link wireless dual band express adapter, and if you know what that means, you can certainly let me know, because I have no idea. But I know that this is completely new, and it looks like this is does pretty well, has a pretty good sell-through, so happy about that for $5. And then he also found this Minolta camera for, I believe, $2, and so again, for $2, this is definitely worth a pickup. These are easy to store, and they sell pretty decently. So the next thing I want to show you that was fairly interesting is I went to a Goodwill, and they had like 300 of these things completely, so it may have been more than that. And so these are 50 cents a piece, but completely sealed. These are all from around the early 2000s, maybe 2002, 3, 4. And sorry about the light that's reflecting there, but nonetheless, I think these Sonics sell for like, anywhere from like 12 plus shipping to 15 to 20 with free shipping. And these were the only ones that actually sold pretty good on their own. So I grabbed every one of those that I could find for 50 cents a piece. And then these Dragon Ball Zs, what I was going to do, and I'll tell you about the lesson that I learned here, is my gut told me that to maybe buy all of them, but I didn't want to be stuck with 400 or 500 VHSs. And so I just was going to give these a sample. So I was going to take these, the various ones, and maybe just put them in a big lot. And I think you could maybe sell these for maybe $35, $40 in a big lot. So at 50 cents a piece, that was totally worth it. And guess what? A guy comes in right behind me and buys every single one of them. It puts them all in multiple bins and Tupperware. So to follow up on the whole VHS deal, one thing that my video left out is that guy actually made them an offer of, I think he got them for $40, which I didn't even know that this particular Goodwill would bargain with you. So lesson learned on my part. I probably, if for $40, I would have loaded all of those up and brought them back, because it's really a no-lose proposition. But nonetheless, you live and you learn, and so something that I'll know, kind of going forward next time. But anyway, hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you do like this type of content, and look forward to seeing you guys soon.